All right, welcome to our node by node challenge. This is within Blender shading menu, and we're going through and doing every single node that is in the shader menu. And I'm pulling information from all different sources, from other users, from both YouTube, TikTok, from websites that I have memberships to, training videos, all sorts of things, trying to compile information into one place that you can look up information on any of the different nodes. And so we're going through, we've done a bunch already. So this one today we're going to go through is on the Bevel node. So the Bevel node is something you can use in the shader menu, and there's multiple different ways that you can add in different types of bevels, one of which being just using Control B and beveling an edge or vertice. You can also use a bevel modifier on the modifier tab, which you'll be able to see over here on the right. If you wanted to be able to add in a modifier for a bevel, you could do it that way. And the other way is to do a fake bevel, which is kind of just give the appearance of a bevel in the shader menu. So one of the things you'll do is when you have your regular principled BSDF in here with your material output, you can go in and hit Shift A to be able to add in. You're going to go into the inputs and you're going to go into a bevel modifier. So bevel modifier is classified as an input from the input menu, and then you'll see it has a normal little button here. So what you're going to do is put the normal into the normal. Same place you would put a bump map. You can actually combine this with a bump map and some other aspects to be able to merge them in together. But overall, if this is just to show you how this works. So basically what you'll see is if you look over here on the left, you're going to see all these hard edges on the surface of this. I subdivided just a cube and added some vertices to it, so it's still got a little bit more detail. And then let's say I want to be able to smooth out or give the appearance that I'm smoothing out those edges. You could actually attach the normal and for the bevel modifier, and then as you start moving up, you're going to see that those edges smooth out. Now it only goes so far, and then it starts kind of going in the reverse direction. So you want to keep in mind, you want to keep it fairly low. So usually it's like 0 to like 5, I find. But basically, all you're doing is it starts out, and you'll see the hard edge, and then as you add in a little more, it's gonna smooth that out. It goes a little bit more. So it's just a way to give like a false impression that it's smoothed out. So if you all of a sudden go to render an object and it looks like it still has some hard edges and you really don't want to adjust your modeling and sculpting or anything else, you can come in here and add a bevel modifier and throw it onto your normal, and that'll help. The samples works kind of like levels. It basically is gonna it's gonna give the appearance of having more divisions between each of these bevels, but it's really just because of how it's sampling the information around it. So if you put it up a little bit higher, it tends to be a little bit smoother. A little bit lower, it's going to have less smoothing. You'll see that the line is a little more visible when it's all the way at 2 at the lowest end, and then if you put it up a little bit higher, it's going to be a little bit smoother. So that's just something to keep in mind. So real simple one. It's useful, but usually the other bevel modifiers are a better way to go if you can get away with them. But if you all of a sudden try to bevel something and it makes the geometry distorted and stuff, you can use this in replacement of it. So hopefully that helps give you a little insight into the bevel shader tool that's here. And keep making sure you're following me, like my videos, share them, and stay tuned for my next ones.